Hey guys, welcome back. It's EthanAVideos and we're back again with another video. So, today is a little bit of a different video we have in store. Normally I do some kind of roleplay or just basically a gaming video. But this one's different because we are doing my first list of mods on my channel. I have done like one or two mod reviews, but normally that's based on one mod or maybe mod pack. But today we're going to be doing it on 11 mods that I personally like, and some of them, well, basically I personally like and would recommend, starting with my least, and we're going to be getting up to my number one that I recommend for people. So a lot of people do the top 5, the top 10. Well, we're going a little different with 11. We went a little bit overboard. So, starting with the top 11, we're going to be doing third person. Now, third person, it's great for like, say you want to take like a thumbnail of you standing over here, something like that. But other than that, it doesn't really have much of a use. That's why it is on the first part of my list, which is the least, basically, the bottom of my list, actually. Um, it's not exactly ideal. I don't know how you can disable it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just stupid, but I have not used this very much. But the only way I think you can disable and go to first person while you're walking around is to exit out, deselect the mod, and then start up your game again. Which is one thing that kind of stinks about this mod. But maybe it's just me and I'm stupid. But whatever. Moving on to the next mod. Okay. So, whoop, wrong button. We have this over here, and how do we use it? Enable this here. Okay, so you notice this little HUD thing that is on my right that is disappearing and appearing? That is Autodrive, and I am currently trying to figure out how I use it. Come on. Oh, I can just figure it out. Or not. Okay, so Autodrive basically, from what I know of, which I can't show you because I literally just got it and have no idea how I'm supposed to use it. Basically, you can record places you can go to and then save that recording or something like that and have editor stuff go there and all kinds of stuff like that. I think it's going to be really handy. So I went ahead and got it and figured I'd share it with you guys. This is my 10th recommendation. So yeah, that's one mod I just got and never have used. So sorry about that. I have no idea how you use it. Okay, so for our 9th one, we are going to be going to Real Mower. So you see all these shrubs in the game, and if you run your mower over it, it just mows the grass. The shrubs are still there, and it looks kind of stupid because you got all these shrubs there. Or maybe you're doing like you're doing a role play of very realistic farming. Then your mower should be able to mow the fields in theory, or yeah, mow the fields, mow the shrubs in theory. But yeah, there is a little bit of an issue with that. Just base game, you can't do that. But what this does is makes it so you can mow the shrubs or foliage. So you see this right here? This is a little patch of grass. That's what you normally mow, and then you got all this stuff that it'll leave behind. Well, with Real Mower, that's not going to happen. So if I turn this on, we're just going to run it over, and unfortunately the ground right there wasn't very even, but you get the idea. And that's basically all it is. It's simple, doesn't do anything to your mower other than make it so you can be a little bit more realisticer. And it's a nice one, but I don't really use it that much. I don't know. I just never really use it that much. So that's why it's at the bottom of my list for one of my favorites. And so we're going to be moving on from our 9th to our 8th. So with that, we're going to Map Object Hider. Now, when I first seen this, it's like, why would you want that? Then I realized I know why you'd want that. So it doesn't work with all things, which is kind of sad, but it's okay. So as you can see, I was kind of having some fun with it at the beginning of the video because this is missing half a fence. So you can get rid of stuff like, say I don't like this, I just hit H, gone, and H, remove that, and if I want to take time I can remove this entire fence. Unfortunately, stuff like this, it doesn't get rid of, and the cars you can't get rid of. If there's a rock in the ground, I should be able to get rid of it. I don't know if there is a map that I might not be able to get rid of. And look, I just managed to delete all of that. Now, if you want to know what you all deleted, you can also hit left shift H and it'll tell you the date, the time, the name of the player when it was deleted, what the object was, or what it looked like, and where it was. And you can also restore it, which means if I hit this, it puts that back, and then I just can hit restore, restore, restore a billion times, and now everything is back the way it should be. So it's kind of a nice mod, I guess, if you don't want to be the person that goes in the Giants editor, if you want to remove something like a telephone pole. So yeah, it is kind of nice. So moving on to our 7th mod is Follow Me. Now Follow Me can be quite helpful. I love it. I don't use it very much anymore, but I love this mod because I don't do much multiple playing with people, like none. But so this comes in really handy because you can now hire people to follow you. Like say I have 3 or 4 semis and I want them to follow me so we can sell all our grain. Now they're not going to sell the grain for you, but they'll follow you up to the waypoint, or whatever you want to call it, selling point. So this is going to be my leading vehicle, and we're just going to jump in this guy right here, and we're just going to pull right up there. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so now we're going to jump in this and hit right control F. Okay, so you notice there's this little thing called leader ahead dist, and then it says 25. That's your distance. You can control your distance if you want it to go a little bit over the left, a little bit over the right, stuff like that. And how close you want to get it to, how far away from the driver, all that stuff. Then you just hit control F again, and then you do this. You can also tell them to wait here. You can pause it, and then I can take off. The only issue is I recommend, if you're going to be driving on the roads with these guys, turn off your traffic if you can do that. Some modded maps don't allow you to, because let's just say AI kind of interferes a lot with them. The only issue is with vehicles like trucks and tractors. Sometimes it's only vehicles and not like tractors. They like to drive like they're drunk. They like to go zigzagged back and forth, which is kind of irritating. But other than that, it's okay. It's a pretty helpful mod. Okay, so moving on to our 6th mod, Global Company. Now, I never really used this mod until I figured out this mod's actually pretty useful. So you can do a lot with it. To enter into its menu, you can go and hit left control G, and it brings up this. You can view all the factories you have over here. You can see where they are in the map, stuff like that. Personally, I like it because of this, but let's go here. Active cut bale. Basically, I think if you go over to a bale and hit R, it will basically cut it like you just cut the twine basically and spread the bale out. This basically makes it so you can have more trees on there. Your horse helper will basically charge you like $300 a horse or every day to train or whatever your horses. I don't really know what this does. I guess it. Oh, I know what this does. If you buy, like, say I buy a pallet of herbicide, I'll walk over there, it'll tell me how much is in there, the weight of it, and who owns it. But this is mainly the reason why I use this. It's kind of like a place anywhere, but also what I like it is over here, I don't own this land right here. This land right here. So what if because I do role play, what if I wanted to put a building down here? So let's see, we'll just put down a vehicle workshop because we'll be using this in this video today. Okay, so it says that I can place this down, but I don't own land. Also, a nice thing is, especially if you're doing role play, you only allow one house per farm, which we don't have enough money. I'll take care of that real quick. Okay, that is no longer an issue. So you're only allowed to have one house per farm. So when you're playing single player, you're only allowed to have one house per farm. Come on, let me see. Where's a good spot we can actually put this? There we go. Well, now we have two. Okay, so I'm going to show you what it does if we don't have that enabled of global company. Wrong button. There we go. So if we disable this, alright, if we go into here, miscellaneous comes over here, it's red. It says you do not own the land. Uh-oh. Guess we can't put it there. What about the farmhouse? Only one item allowed per farm. So that is quite helpful, especially if you're a YouTuber and you do roleplay or any kind of video, and you want to have maybe a couple houses, or you want to have some objects put on some land that you don't own without having to go in the Giants editor and doing stuff. Okay, so moving on to our fifth one, shop search. Now this one is very simple, like some of them, but basically, so let's see, say we are looking for a certain brand, and I'm just going to go with case. So it's going to bring up all the cases that are in the game. Okay, so let's see, what should we go with? I'm going to type in 7200 Pro. So say I'm looking for the 7200 case Pro. So I'm going to type in 7200 Pro, and it's going to bring up anything that has in its name 7200 Pro. Now, what's also really helpful is I can go into my garage, and if you have billions of stuff, then this is going to be very helpful. So say I want to find the farmhouse. So I'm just going to type in farm. Actually, no, let's just type in farm, and it comes up with this. So anything that has farm, you found it. So that's actually quite helpful for, like, I don't really use it for this, for the shop, but in the garages I actually use it more, because in my farms I have a lot of tractors, a lot of implements and all that stuff, and trucks and stuff, so it's actually quite helpful. So moving on to our fourth is workshop tabber. This one's also very simple, but I love it. Let me buy a vehicle and some implements real quick, and we'll be right back. So as you see, we have a lot of stinking equipment. Let me real quick. We have a lot of stinking equipment. We have 3 implements on this tractor. So say, oh, I forgot to add duals on this, and I got this all hooked up. Come on, get up there. There we go. So what I have to do is I'd have to probably disattach all this equipment, or I would have to probably get this imperfect. I think anything in the middle here is, so say if I had a little bit like that, then I have to disattach the whole back assembly. Or say, oh, I wanted to customize one of the implements on there, but I don't want to disattach it. That's real simple, because all you gotta do is to go, where's the trigger? Okay, where is the trigger? Oh, there's the trigger. It's hiding from me. Okay, so once we go over the trigger, you can hit the key tab on your keyboard, and like I said, my mouse just disappeared. Don't know why, but anyways, yeah, then you can customize what you want. And then you're good to go. So this is really, really helpful. I love this thing because it saves you just a little bit of time, but that little bit of time is so nice to actually not have to disattach your equipment and then end up having to reattach just because you wanted duals on it or a front weight or something. Who knows? But it is really helpful. Alright, so moving on to our next mod, which is our third one, and it is Cultivator Field Creation, something like that. I don't remember. But anyways, say we don't want to plow. So let me just get something real quick. Okay, so say we're doing a survival challenge on here, where we start out with no money, and the cheapest thing we could get was a cultivator and a tractor when we got some money. So that means that we don't have a plow, and we have to create our fields because we're doing a survival challenge, which means we have no fields. So we're gonna have to create fields. So what's that mean? We can't do it because in the base game, cultivators can't create fields. Well, you don't have to worry anymore, because someone, I don't remember who, had this really great idea, and I'm not being sarcastic. This is a great idea because cultivators can't create fields. So yeah, it's basically like a plow and like cultivating. So what you do is you open up your HUD and you look, and down at the bottom for me it says allow create fields, and I just hit Y like my plow, and then I just drop her on down and then start moving, and it creates a field. Only it's not doing the plow texture, it is doing the cultivated texture to the ground. Alright, and just like a normal plow, if I hit Y again and move forward, it's not going to do anything. So that is really helpful. I really like this mod because the plows I just don't like for creating a field. You see, the cultivators are straight on and the plows are side edged, which is just not very nice for me for doing nice pretty you know, like bends and stuff to your fields that you create. So the second mod we're going to be moving on to is Courseplay, and this one I always equip into my my game. This is like one of the mods I love. Unfortunately, it doesn't work with all tractors. I think it's a mod I have that is like called John Deere 600 to 610 or something like that, or something. It's a John Deere mod. I don't remember the one. It does not work with it. There's a good chance if you come across one of these mods that actually tells you it doesn't work with Courseplay, which is really sad because Courseplay is so awesome. It's just awesome. I don't know why I did not download it sooner, because I always put it off like, nah, I don't need this. But man, do I love Courseplay now. I can't stop using it. So basically, it makes your AI hired hands a lot smarter and stuff, and I'll show you. We have gotten over this field. I don't think I own this field, so we're going to quickly okay, we now own it. So if you just created the game with course play in there, you just right click on your mouse and you come up with this little HUD or whatever you want to call it. If you don't like right clicking, you can come over here, advanced settings, turn that to disactive, disactive, okay. Now if we close it down, pressing my right click button and on my mouse and it's not working. And then you're like, well, how you get it up? Go to your keyboard and hit the delete key. Now some keyboards on the backspace, like if you're typing and you make a mistake, hit backspace. Some of them called delete. That's not the one. There should, with mine, there's a little middle pad in between the typing and the number pad, and it's got home, insert, page up and down, end, and also delete. Okay, so there are some things like this one I think is for fertilizing and planting. This one's for field work. This one's for point A to B, I think, something like that. This one is I think just field work. So you can hit start course recording, and then you do it, and then it remembers it. I think that's how that works, but I just generate a new course. So once you're in here, you can set it so, hey, I want it to go around my field, so it's not going to go up and down. It's going to go like this around the edges a couple times. So say I want to do that 3 times, and then it starts going up and down, up and down. So it'll also show you the lines. So as you can tell, it's going to go around the edge of the field 3 times, and it's going to start going like this. Then you hit back. You hit actually, I went past it. For this, I want to go to first waypoint. Boom. And then say it runs out of gas. You gotta take care of that. Then you can also hit stop, refill, and then you can hit current waypoint and then drive again. So that is quite helpful. I gotta admit, I love it. And then moving on to our last final mod that I love. I cannot ever not leave this out of the game. If I do, I end up regretting it and have to go back and add it in. I don't know why I never downloaded this mod. I actually put this mod off for a while, and then I'm like, why did I do that? So here it is. Easy Development Controls, or as known as Easy Dev Controls. So if you have this on your computer and you're using keyboard, you hit F11. I don't know if this works with controller at all. I don't know. I believe all this stuff is PC only. But you can do so much here. You can add money in, subtract money. Say I want to add 10,000 liters of wheat on the ground. We now have 10,000 liters of wheat on the ground. Say I want to add a square bale on the ground of straw, then we can. If I have silos, I can add 500,000 liters of wheat in our silos. I can add wool there. I can, I guess, clean tipped areas. Don't know what that does, never done it. I can teleport me, and if I'm in a piece of equipment, it'll teleport that equipment with me. I can spawn a log here. I can do all kinds of stuff. Here I can screw with the weather and time. I can screw with my guy. Like if I turn this on, then if I hit O, it turns off my HUD and stuff like that. I can screw with the time span or the time scale, and I can screw with the speed and all that stuff of my person. Look how fast he can walk, and I can buy or sell all farmland basically. I can tell like, hey, field 29, I want wheat in it. I want it to be growth state 1, and then it will convert it to that, but it didn't this time. Oh, you know what? It's implanted. Okay, let me do this real quick. There we go. I can do all kinds of stuff. I can even fill up my tractor or its implements, empty them, all kinds of stuff. Just, it's just so awesome because I can do so much stuff with it. Say you're a role play guy, so say I want to add $55 in. Boom, added $55 in. Say I had to pay someone $800, so I hit minus $800, and now it just took $800 out of my account. That's why we love it. Actually, I think the creator actually intended this, for YouTubers. Okay. So yeah, there is the mods I recommend, and the top two I really love. Actually, I really love them, but probably up to the 8-to-1. I love those mods. I love them a lot. They're really helpful. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you found these mods helpful, that you enjoy. If you feel I left out a certain mod or a couple mods that you feel that should be in this, please let me know down in the comments below. Also, tell me what you like to use and all that stuff, and you might get a shout out. So yeah, please subscribe and help me get that non-subscribe count down, and I hope you guys have a great day. Stay safe, respect the modders, and that's about it. Thanks for watching. If you stick to the end of this, you're awesome. Bye.